After about a year and a half and 140 videos, I'm back for my second packing video, and I'm calling it ManPack 2.0 because I've learned a lot and I want to share it with you. Well, first off, welcome back to our channel, Cruising with Crystal and Marshall. I'm going solo because it's a guy packing video, but I'm also just doing it completely different. You're not seeing what I'm throwing into the suitcase, how I'm making it fit before the cruise, because honestly, do you really know if that's what I brought on the cruise? Did it really all fit? So I thought I'd do something a little bit different, and here we are in a cruise cabin, 7 days. I'm going to show you what's in my backpack, what's in my carry-on, and yes, I said carry-on. You can pack, guy, gal, anybody, you can pack for a 7-day cruise, definitely in a carry-on, just being smart. Plus, I do have to say I'm doubly excited because Level 8 sent me a carry-on that they wanted me to try, and I was like, okay, I've been using the same carry-on for years now, and I wanted to try something different, and yeah, it's made a world of difference. So I'll point out some of the features I like throughout this video, but the key thing is, how did I get it all in there, and what man packing tips do I have? So let's go open it up and see what's really in there. And you can see the suitcase. There we go. We'll start with my first ever lock that is TSA approved, and we'll open it up. Now, right off the bat, you'll notice that for a hard-sided case, it's unusual because it is definitely a top loader, top opening suitcase. So it's not a clamshell where you have half and half and you need to have extra room just to open it. So I really appreciate it. I've always had these top opener cases, and to find one that is a hard case was definitely a plus. Okay, let's open it up even more. We've got the two secure sides that can kind of tighten everything and hold it securely, and there's also areas to hold small items on either side with zippers. And here we go. You may be surprised how much I actually pack in this 20-inch suitcase. Check it out. Let's go from the top. We've got two nice, well, consider just nice shirts. Another shirt, sweater. Then over here, you'll see some clothes, some pants, and some shorts that I didn't want to roll. Almost everything I roll is at the bottom to fit the shoes and other areas. And then at the end, I try to put the stuff that I don't want to wrinkle as much on top. So we got a pair of shorts. We'll keep a tally in a moment. Pair of khaki pants. Okay, rule number 1 of man packing. Keep your significant other in mind. Crystal mentioned that she thought a pair of jeans would be nice. Hey, she's the one looking at me, so I said, okay, I'll pack a pair of jeans for the first time probably in over a year on a cruise ship. But the jeans, they made it. Okay, we've got more pants. Here's my dress pants for a formal night. Another pair of pants. You may notice, hey, for 7 days, do I need four plus pair of pants? I do, because I do like to go to dinner with a pair of pants. Just something to make it a little bit more special than keeping shorts on. Yeah, you may have found a video where I went to dinner with shorts, but by and large, I like to wear pants and a nice shirt to dinner. Let's keep on going. All right, so that was that side before we get to my rolling up stuff. Over here, it's kind of half rolling, half not. We start going into shirts. So we have a polo. Always can use a polo. And then this is rolled because it's pretty non-wrinkly, but this is my dress shirt. another shirt for an evening, and this is what I usually wear for button down for those Caribbean nights, those theme nights. And then we have another button down. I'll put this over here. And then let me get these out right now, which are the shoes. Guys, if you're packing in tight quarters, such as a carry-on, shoes just suck up space. So I wear on board my sneakers, which are usually my largest, clunkiest shoes. And then I have one pair of nice shoes, dress shoes, that you'll notice my socks and underwear are in. I'll put those on the floor, not on the bed. And then a little bit further on this side are my sandals. So I carry a pair of sandals, a pair of nice shoes, dress shoes, kind of all in the same, and my sneakers that I'm wearing right now. All right, diving into some more goodies. Let's get some of the other stuff that I've packed around the rim out, such as 2 ties for 2 formal nights, belts, and like I said, I had my socks and underwear in my dress shoes, so that's pretty much the accessories that I have. And then rolled in here are going to be a variety of different things. My swim trunks and workout shorts are here. And then I have workout and, exercise dry wicking shirts to go with the shorts. 2 other pair of shorts that are not workout shorts to wear on excursions and things like that. Okay. On this side, you'll see that I also have a few more what I'll call daytime workout casual stuff to wear around the ship. So I have a few more shirts, pullover shirts, and another pair of shorts that are really swim trunks and workout right here. Last but not least, a couple pair of socks and underwear that did not fit into my shoes. We'll put them there. So that is it for this, what fit into this level 8 suitcase. Before I continue and show you everything that fit in here and count up all the items, I do want to again point out some of the things I just really loved about this case and using it for the first time. Those wheels, man, they are the slickest I've ever had. We have footage going through the cruise port terminal, and this literally, nothing stopped this from rolling. Whether it was carpet or uneven ground, it kept on moving. I already mentioned the TSA approved lock right here. It is super durable and fairly lightweight. It does hold up to 40 liters. It is expandable too, which I didn't even use with all the stuff that you saw me pull out of. All in all, I just really loved it. I know I mentioned it before, but I'm thrilled that this hard-sided carry-on case is top opening, because I don't know about you, but for me, I'm always forgetting something that I need in here. And like if you're on an airplane and you want to get your headphones you accidentally put in here, if you got a typical hard-sided case and you open up that clamshell, you're like taking up 2 seats, an aisle, or whatever. Well, here you could actually probably get this, whatever you need out of this top loader fairly easily, maybe even when it's still up in the carry-on storage area. So this is like a game changer for me, because I never thought I could get this in a hard-sided shell. Talked about the wheels, talked about the lock. The handle is super smooth up and down. This is the Adventurer Classic series. I'm all sold on it, and I'm kind of like, I love a story. And you know that this is level 8, and you can kind of see their symbol here. It looks like an 8. Well, from reading about it, they also chose it because turned on the side, it's infinity. So you can think of it as forever ongoing travels and adventures. That's what I'm hoping for my life. So on to ongoing adventures and all the stuff that I actually packed in this thing. Let's go check it out. So what does this all get you for a 7-day cruise? Well, this is what it gets me. It gets me 1, 2, 3 pair of long pants with a more dressy long pants to go with a dress shirt, and 2 ties for the typical 2 times that you'll have dress your best if you want to truly dress your best. Over here, we've got 2 button-down shirts, and then you'll see 4 other shirts that I couldn't just consider them, we'll call it nice shirts over there. Go along with those nice shirts, you'll see that I have 3 pair of nice shorts over here. Then we're getting to the workout stuff, and I do love to work out when I'm on a cruise ship. And you'll see that I've got 4 pair of actually 5 pair of workout shorts. 2 of them will be used for swimming, so at least I can be flexible there. And then over here I've got 4 pair of workout shirts, or just hangout shirts, hang around shirts, 2 belts, and then I've started to undo my shoes that had a bunch of socks and underwear, and they're right down there. So how did I come up with those numbers? That's the Manpack secret, and let's talk about it a little bit more. Why is my Manpacking different than other styles? I think it's because I'm worried about categories and not the amount of items. That can fluctuate on how I'm feeling. Do I want to work out? Do I want to dress up? So there are great other ways of packing. Crystal's talked about 5-4-3-2 method and a whole host of other ways of going about it. But for me, if I just have a checklist of, don't laugh, socks, belts, a hat, which I didn't bring on purpose, and I can just make sure that I give thought to all of those and I'm not forgetting anything, then I go into my closet and I say, okay, you know what, we're not going to dress up twice, so I'm really just going to worry about dressing up once for Dress Your Best. Or I don't feel like I can work out because of the itinerary, so I ratchet back those clothes. So I just wind up looking at that list of categories and making a choice right then and there based on the cruise that's coming up. I find it very flexible and kind of freeing, where I'm not trying to be like, oh, I can only bring this, or I shouldn't bring that, or I need to bring this. It's really, and I think I said this even in my first video, just close your eyes, think about the cruise you want to take, and grab the clothes that will really fit that vision that you have in your head. The only thing I really do want to add is make sure so you don't forget anything, is I really do like having that checklist, because when I don't have that checklist, I will show up. Yes, I've shown up without socks once just because I forgot to shove them into my shoes, and it would have been nice that I actually had that checklist at that time to follow. So that's the biggest deal. So you've seen the clothes that I packed in my level 8 carry-on. I did promise to show you what I also put in my backpack. That's kind of the flex space where I put like the toiletries, and I don't try to stuff it completely full, because you never know what will happen or what you may buy on the trip. So like I said, let's go take a look at that. All right, let's start with the biggest, most important piece, which is a laptop. Need to do some video editing on the cruise ships. So laptop goes in the laptop sleeve. Then our biggest compartment here, you'll find the toiletry bag and some more computer and video accessories. A mouse tangled in with the power supply for the laptop. And then just a few other things. Water shoes and swimming goggles. Put those on the floor. That's really primarily the largest 2 spaces here. And some other spaces. This is where the camera goes that I'm using right now. And then over here is where some of the smaller accessories for the phone, earbuds, etc. go there. It's also, although it's not there right now, where I keep my papers, my passport, anything like that goes here. And if I look around, the only other thing that I didn't pull out is something I bought last trip, which is a very small collapsible backpack for short excursions from Royal Caribbean. So that's a wrap from the cabin with exactly what I brought on this cruise ship with the backpack and the level 8 case. Those links to those two will be there, especially the level 8 Adventure Classic Series. It's really worth a look. I'm going to be looking myself to see about the other sizes because I'm impressed. All right, the other thing is we will link my checklist of categories of clothing and accessories that I use to make sure I'm not forgetting a thing, and that is my biggest rule. The other thing when it comes to man packing, like I said, is just think about what you want to bring and don't worry about the numbers. Just make sure you get everything in those categories so you're not walking around looking for a pair of socks, in Cozumel or some other place because you didn't bring any. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye.